The best part about my experience with Yana was she gave me my kid back. Any questions I had, she automatically answered. When she gave us all the supplements, the diet changes, we jumped head in. We went through our cabinets, got rid of everything. We did everything 100% to a T that she recommended. And she gave me my kid back. Patrick's life has completely changed. He no longer has migraines. He no longer has any stomach cramping, vomiting, diarrhea, nausea. He no longer has eczema. His skin has cleared up. He has gained probably 25 to 30 pounds. He has grown almost a foot. He no longer talks in his sleep. He no longer sleepwalks. He is no longer moody. All the things that I didn't think was associated with this completely changed. My name's Jennifer, and I'm from Pompano Beach, Florida. I have a son who has had chronic health issues since he was 1 year old, between food allergies, constant hives, allergic reactions, gut issues, migraines, and then we spiraled into chronic vomiting and nausea with severe stomach pain. He was waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, crying in pain, clutching his stomach, and vomiting for hours. And then we finally got to a point where we went through continuous cycles where he was laying on the bathroom floor, crying, and couldn't handle the pain. Traditional medicine was just offering us treatment meds. So taking something for nausea, taking something for the headaches, but nobody was concerned about getting to solve the underlying problems and fixing them. So I found out about Yana through a coworker who knew all the problems that my son was going through at the time. So I talked to Yana, explained everything about Patrick, and I felt really good about our conversation and the route of looking at what could be causing this. So I originally went to Yana hoping that she could do something about the vomiting. Nothing else, just the vomiting. That's what my goal was. And she said, let's try. And I was all in. I had nothing to lose at that point, whether it worked or didn't work. So Yana was extremely thorough. She asked me more questions about my son than any of the physicians ever have. I can't even remember all the doctors we've been to. She was the only one that touched on him as an entire picture. How he slept, how he ate, what his mood was like, what his bowel movements were like. She was so in depth about knowing Patrick as an entire person, not just as one specific area that had a problem. We didn't know that the moodiness and the emotional instability, the grouchiness, that wasn't him until the end of this. Once we started doing it and we saw how his whole personality changed, then we realized what kind of life he could have had, how much better he could have felt all these years. And now, because he's older, he sees the difference in himself. He doesn't get frustrated. He doesn't get angry and upset about things. Whereas he tells me 2 years ago, a year ago, I would have been so upset and not been able to recover from this. He also knows, if he eats something that his body doesn't necessarily like, he now feels the difference of, okay, I don't feel so good. Whereas before, he always didn't feel good. He didn't know what feeling good was like. If there's anybody on the fence about going to Yana, I would highly recommend it because I got my son back within a month.